Following up without chasing. A render deadline hits, dailies are tomorrow morning, and your comp team is ready, except the latest plate conform notes from editorial never landed. You check shot grid, you check email, and you see the same line, following up when I can. That one sentence can freeze 3 artists for half a day unless you act fast and act clean. This chapter gives you a respectful way to manage cross-department dependencies and handle ignored emails without turning into the person everyone dreads. You'll use the 2-message dependency protocol so you 1. Make the dependency visible, 2. Give the other team a clear choice, and 3. Move your department forward even when the reply doesn't come. Managing cross-department dependencies when emails get ignored. The choice you have to make: you usually get 2 bad options when a dependency stalls. Either you wait and hope, or you push your artists into work that later gets thrown out. Waiting protects you from rework, but it burns your schedule. Pushing can keep your artists busy, but it risks driving time into tasks that don't survive review. The stakes show up fast in VFX because tasks don't live alone. A single missing dependency, an updated turnaround, a geometry revision, a lighting pass note, a comp plate replacement, can block multiple downstream tasks at once. If you don't surface the block early and propose a path forward, your department output drops and your show team starts losing trust in your tracking. So your real decision is this: do you just chase messages, or do you run a controlled follow-up that creates movement? Chasing feels productive, but it often produces silence. Controlled follow-up forces clarity: what's blocked, what you need, and what you will do next if the answer doesn't arrive on time. Ask yourself, when you send a follow-up, do you give the other team an easy next step, or do you ask another any updates that they can ignore? Comparing follow-up approaches for cross-department blocks below are 3 approaches you'll actually use in production when a dependency crosses teams: editorial compositing, modeling lighting, DFX VFX, etc. Pick the approach based on the urgency and how many tasks your department will lose if the dependency stays unresolved. Approach: cost, time plus stress, time to get an answer, difficulty, best for, vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar, vertical bar. Option A, single any update, email, low, often slow, easy, low impact dependency where you can tolerate delay. Option B, 2-message dependency protocol, recommended, medium, faster, moderate, critical dependency that blocks multiple tasks, and you need movement. Option C, dependency escalation with a clear plan, coordinate align producer, medium, high, fast, moderate, deadline risk is visible and the other team hasn't engaged after your protocol, nuance the table can't show. When you send a vague follow-up, the other team has to interpret what you mean. When you run the 2-message dependency protocol, you reduce interpretation. You show exactly what you need, by when, and what you will do if you don't get it. Also, escalation isn't being difficult. It's a scheduling tool. If you've already offered options and the dependency still blocks work, you escalate with a concrete plan for how your department will proceed. Ask yourself, how many artist hours get wasted if you wait one more day? If that number is more than a little, use option B, my recommendation. Use the 2-message dependency protocol if you're coordinating comps, lighting, or any downstream work and a dependency has blocked progress. Go with option B, the 2-message dependency protocol. Use option C only when the dependency stays untouched after your protocol, or when the dependency owner misses a committed time. Here's the decision flow in plain terms. If the dependency blocks review-ready work and you need an answer today or by tomorrow morning, use the 2-message dependency protocol. If you don't get any engagement after message 1 and message 2, or the other team explicitly can't meet the time, escalate with a plan using the coordinate align producer step. If the dependency doesn't block anything urgent and you can safely absorb delay, send one short check-in and move on. Sophia N. Example, compositing coordinator lead, Sophia N. Compositing coordinator lead, tracks a dependency, editorial needs to deliver updated handles for 2 shots so comp can start the final key. The dependency sits in email threads with will send soon. Sophia's comp team stops because those 2 shots feed into multiple comp tasks. Sophia doesn't fire more any update? Emails. She sends message 1 with a specific deadline and a clear fork in the road. When she doesn't get a usable reply by her time window, she sends message 2 and includes a compensating plan. She'll pull another viable task from the shot grid task list so her team keeps output moving. Takeaway prompt: think about your last ignored email thread. Did you ask for updates, or did you give a deadline and a decision? Implementing the 2-message dependency protocol, and knowing when to escalate. The 2-message dependency protocol has 2 outgoing messages plus 1 tracking move you make in shot grid, or flow production tracking. You run it when a cross-department dependency blocks work and you need movement without burning goodwill. What you need before you send message 1, the exact dependency description, what changed, what asset/note/asset version you need, the exact tasks in shot grid/flow that this dependency blocks, One dependency often blocks multiple tasks, a time you need the answer by, not ASAP, a real window like by 3 p.m. today. Message 1. Give them the dependency and a deadline plus offer a choice. Send message 1 to the dependency owner and any relevant thread participants. Keep it short and action-oriented. In message 1 include shot/task identifiers. Shot 120,045 comp key v3 depends on editorial cut handles update. What you need. Send updated handles plus confirm version number. By when you need it. Please confirm by 3 p.m. today so we can schedule comp start. The fork. If you can't deliver by then, tell me what you can deliver and when, and we'll pull an alternate task. Expected outcome. You get either the needed asset/version confirmation or a realistic timeline you can plan around. Message 2. If you don't get engagement, force a yes/no and propose the replacement work. Message 2 goes out only if message 1 didn't produce a usable response in your time window. This message should feel firm but still respectful, because you're protecting delivery, not punishing someone for being busy. In message 2, include a one-line recap, following up on shot 120,045. Message 1 sent at time, a deadline for decision. Please confirm by 10 a.m. tomorrow. A clear consequence, your plan. If we don't get the update, I will mark the dependency as pending and pull alternate tasks for comp to protect overall output. Expected outcome, the dependency owner either replies with the update or confirms they can't, and you can start moving other tasks immediately. The tracking move you do in shot grid/flow. This is what makes the protocol real. After message 2, or immediately if you get a clear can deliver, cannot deliver, update your blocked tasks so your tracking stays honest. Use shot grid/flow task granularity correctly. If the shot consists of multiple elements, you track each element as a distinct task. Then you mark only the tasks blocked by this dependency as blocked/pending, and you keep the rest moving. Here's what you do. 1. Open the shot in shot grid/flow. 2. Filter to the tasks that represent the element work blocked by this dependency, not the whole shot. 3. Set the task status to reflect the dependency state, pending, blocked, or waiting, and record the dependency note, who owns it, what you need, and the deadline you set. 4. If you get a can't deliver, mark the dependency as pending with a confirmed alternative timeline. Pull compensating work instead of sitting still. If message 2 produces not by then, you protect output by pulling another viable task. Use your shot grid/flow task list to find work that doesn't require the block dependency, still moves toward review-ready deliverables, can be reassigned quickly to available artists. This is your push/pull dynamic. Push, you pushed for the dependency with a clear deadline. Pull, you pull alternate tasks so the department continues producing while the dependency catches up. When you escalate, use the hierarchy and escalate early enough to prevent wider show impact if the dependency still blocks critical work after your protocol, especially if you see missed deadlines or repeated silence. You escalate up the chain. Escalation hierarchy, exact chain, department production coordinator, department line producer, department production manager. When and how to escalate blocked dependencies or missed deadlines. Escalate from coordinator line producer when message 1 and message 2 failed to produce a usable reply, and the blocked dependency will prevent your team from hitting the next review window, or the dependency owner committed to a time and then missed it. Escalate from line producer production manager when the line producer doesn't produce a resolution quickly, or the dependency risk threatens multiple departments or multiple review milestones. In your escalation message, include what dependency blocked you, with shot/task IDs, what you sent in message 1 and message 2, with times and deadlines, the plan you already started, what tasks you marked pending, what alternate tasks you pulled, the specific ask, confirm a delivery time or approve an alternate workflow by time. Expected outcome, you convert a silent dependency into an assigned decision, which protects the schedule and your credibility. A quick psychology check: why ignored emails happen and how you respond. Ignored emails usually mean one of 3 things. The dependency owner didn't see your message as actionable, no deadline, no clear next step, the dependency owner saw it but couldn't commit, and silence felt safer than admitting it. The dependency owner got pulled into higher priority work and your email didn't make it into their daily rounds. Your protocol fixes all 3. Message 1 gives action plus deadline. Message 2 forces a decision. Your shot grid/flow update shows you didn't just ping, you managed the impact. Takeaway prompt: in your next follow-up, can the other team answer yes, by this time, or no, not by then, in under 2 minutes? Checklist: use this today. Send message 1 with shot/task IDs, the exact dependency you need, and a real deadline. If no usable reply arrives, send message 2 with a decision deadline and your stated plan to pull alternate tasks. Update shot grid/flow tasks so only the blocked element tasks show as pending/blocked, with a clear dependency note. If the dependency still stalls after message 2, escalate coordinator line producer with your plan and the exact task. When you follow this protocol, you stop chasing and start running a workflow. Your department keeps moving because your tracking stays honest and your follow-ups create decisions, not just more email traffic.